where intelligence grown out of relevance known is better when shown. Do you manhandle a stone or have you married a poem? I'll be next to the lobe like I'm the head of the phone. The way the magical blow carries you fast with the flow, it embodies the spirit, the matter, the flesh and the bone. The know-how, no doubt, should reflect on the globe. The vocal sound spoken out is how the message is told. It's not about who's not around when the messages go. We all allow the broader crowd to be the heads of the show. By the virtue of our position, oppressed and killed with AIDS, we die of hurt with no audacity that has to rearrange, or the destiny will fade to a capacity of rage filled with poverty and emptiness as death. As peasants live with change, our parents leave afraid of the complexities of change. It enters he, enters she, mentally arrested in a cage, arrested in a battlefield to die in war, guns and bombs, lethal ammunition as the binding laws. This blinding system redefined freedom since '94. The shining ore will defy darkness in this night of war. The poor are the igniting core, louder than a lion's roar. The exploited, crushed, beaten, and enslaved are who I'm fighting for.
Good morning and welcome to the 2024 Ideas Festival. A round of applause. This year, we are celebrating 10 years of Mandela Washington. We are celebrating 10 years of the presidential precinct's participation in the Mandela Washington. And this year, we are celebrating 10 years of African leaders being professionally developed and trained at the Mandela Washington. These 10 years are a milestone that signifies the power of showing up. Every partner, every staff member here, every institution, and every fellow who has participated in the Mandela Washington has contributed to the continuity and sustainability and has showed up to ensure that this program continues, and well done. To my fellows, thank you for showing up every day. I know it wasn't easy. There's a reason why we all had to pack our bags from Africa, leave our families, leave our jobs, our commitments and responsibilities, to come here, get out of our comfort zones, and learn to relearn. And after 6 weeks of intense leadership boot camp, the war zone I would call it, we made it in one piece. We have all done the hard stuff. So today, we are giving politics a break. We are giving social justice a break. We are giving advocacy a break. And we would like to invite you today to enjoy the African experience through our eyes, through art and culture. So we're going to get into the order of the day, the African way, like I said. So in Africa, we start with acknowledgements. On behalf of the Miller Center, would like to acknowledge David LeBlanc. Thank you so much for hosting us today. On behalf of the Presidential Precinct, would like to acknowledge Toyosi Ogunsheye, the President and CEO of the Presidential Precinct. Thank you so much for being here with us. And to the community of Virginia that have welcomed us into their spaces, into their homes, and have taken time to be with us, all protocol observed. Thank you. I am going to call upon David LeBlanc, who is the Randolph Compton Professor of Public Affairs and Director of Policy and Research at the Miller Center of Public Affairs at University, to come and give us a welcome nod. Thank you.
Good morning. It is very exciting to have you all here. The Miller Center is a place that was founded on the idea that we should have spaces where people can come and discuss, debate, deliberate, disagree, and do so in a way that is meaningful, that is challenging, that is educational, and that moves the country forward. The primary focus of the work of the Miller Center it focuses on presidential recordings and presidential policy, but that encompasses a wide variety of what we think of, especially in terms of American democracy. This is the 50th year of the Miller Center, and so it is especially exciting to have you here, not just at the beginning of our 50th year, but also in combination with the 10th year anniversary of this program. I will also note, and I was sharing this earlier, I'm professor in the politics department and spent some time working with Stuart Gamage during my time. And I remember being involved at the very beginning, and we would have these smaller meetings that were downstairs in the Commons, and they were pretty low key. It's amazing to see the growth and the development of this program, to see the energy and the excitement just when we walk in the door. And so I'm very excited to welcome you here on behalf of the Miller Center, on behalf of the University of Virginia. I'm especially excited and honored to welcome you on the 10th anniversary of the Mandela Washington Fellows. For 10 years, as you all know, Mandela Fellows have come to grounds in the summer to engage in dialogue around some of the world's most pressing challenges: the creation of economic opportunities for youth, creating good governance, increasing transparency and accountability, protecting human rights and the rule of law. We are very fortunate to be a part and a partner in welcoming you all to grounds to have these conversations. We are fortunate to learn from them, and we've also enjoyed opportunities to meet you here and outside of this room. We really encourage you, when you have time, to take a walk through the building and through the grounds that are attached to the back. It really is a beautiful place, especially a beautiful place to have conversation, right? Because you're surrounded by beauty and you're able to think deeply and think outside the confines of Washington, D.C. So I want to be brief and just thank you very much for being with us today. And I want to welcome Tayosi, who is President and CEO of the Presidential Precinct. Again, welcome to the Miller Center and University of Virginia.
Thank you very much, David. We are so grateful for the support of the Miller Center. I like to say that the reason the Precinct is strong is because of partners like you and everyone in this room. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to the 2024 Africa Ideas Festival, curated by this year's Mandela Washington Fellows. Nicolette, you were thanking us earlier, and I was wondering why you were thanking us, because we should be the ones thanking you. Thank you so much for the brilliance, your creativity that you've shared with us in this community for the past 6 weeks. How do you describe the Mandela Washington Fellowship? I'd like to describe it as Africa's premier, most prestigious, most celebrated exchange fellowship for the brightest minds on the continent. And for 10 years, this country has brought over 6,500 of some of the leaders who are making a change on the continent. They often spend 6 weeks here and just discussing the challenges in their countries and how to build stronger, safer, and better democratic societies. This morning, there are 25 of them in this room, and they are going to be sharing with you some of their transformative thoughts, and we really thank you for accepting the invitation to listen to them. For 10 years, the Presidential Precinct has hosted the Mandela Washington Fellowship, and I must say, honestly, that this year's cohort are some of the brightest and the most brilliant we've been privileged to host. You're going to have time today to mingle and interact with them during the program, but as they present their ideas before you, we're reminded of the Precinct's major mission and vision. And what is that? The Precinct seeks to invest in global young leaders who are making a difference in their countries. Supported by our wonderful partners, the University of Virginia, William and Mary, Montpelier, Monticello, and Ireland, our dedication to our mission and vision is unwavering. Later tonight, we will be celebrating the graduation of those 25 brilliant minds in this room, and we will be formally inducting them into the Presidential Precinct Alumni Network. This network has 1,500 leaders from 170 countries, and out of that number, 250 of them are Mandela Washington Fellows. There'll be more time to talk about the Precinct and our work, but this morning is dedicated to celebrate the 25 fellows in this room. Some of the ideas you're going to listen to today are not peculiar to the African continent, and perhaps there's so much we can learn from them. All of these fellows are on the right path to becoming change makers for good. The ideas and the conversation you would listen to today will change lives, will change their countries, and will change the world. We hope that you enjoy every moment with us today, and thank you once again for joining us.
Thank you so much to David LeBlanc and Toyosi, who's so gracious always. It's so fascinating that it's 25 of us, yet it's 18 plus countries represented. So I'm just going to ask our fellows, starting with Liberia, to stand up and introduce yourself, your name and the country, and we go around as we prepare for Vusi Gumbi from South Africa to come and address us on behalf of the fellows. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ahmed Abubakar, and I'm from Nigeria.
Hello, everyone. My name is Adegwe Bamis Abdul Salam Okoho. I'm from Togo.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Aldo Jivu, and I'm from Mozambique.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Adama Duko. I'm from Mali.
My name is John Mapidi from Zambia.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Paula Konate. I'm from Cote d'Ivoire. Thank you very much.
Good morning. My name is Opista Aduma. I'm from Kenya, the land of Marathon Zambia.
Good morning. My name is Nora, and I'm from Sudan.
Greetings. My name is Moya, and I'm from Ethiopia.
John Musala. My name is Chisel Ungubulino, and I'm from Tanzania.
Good morning. My name is Olosenti Baimo. I'm from Zimbabwe.
My name is Kalma Kalma from Zambia. Good morning, everyone. My name is Adida from Ethiopia.
Good morning. My name is Manida Kyo from Malawi. Good morning. My name is Isis from Senegal.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nana from Nigeria.
Jambo. My name is Ranjiro, and I'm from Kenya.
Mamkase, good morning. I'm Prince Tatu Kino from Zimbabwe.
I'm Luhaya Mama Traore, and I'm from Chad.
My name is Andy Lenaika from Wakanda, South Africa.
Thank you so much. I forgot to tell you that when I am the program director, we will do a lot of clapping. So when I pause, you know what to do. So I'm going to call upon Vusi Gumbi from South Africa to come and address us on behalf of the fellows. I'm tasting. Yes.
Khoza Modimo o mogolo wa Thabasuni nne le lona. It's an honor and a privilege to stand here today before you on behalf of the Mandela Washington Fellows here at the Presidential Precinct. It is a profound honor because we stand here at the Presidential Precinct, a place steeped in rich history of leadership, vision, and resilience. It is a history that, while it can be complex and at times painful, but also bears witness to the stark reminder of how transformation and progress can be achieved at the altar of adversity. As we stand here in Virginia, it is impossible to ignore our poetic justice and the poetic justice of our presence today. We young 25 African leaders from 18 different countries are in a country that once enslaved black people to talk about leadership. We are in a state where the chains of slavery once rattled loudly. Today, that narrative has changed. Our voices resonate with a melody of hope, of empowerment, and relentless pursuit of a brighter future. On July 3rd at Williamsburg, we had our Ignite talks. And Adegboye Ogoro from Togo started his talk with words that have become all too familiar with all of us. He uttered the words, "What do you think about the narrative?" That was his attempt to bring agency to the development of Africa, where Africans are at the center of African solutions for African problems. This is the narrative anchored on simple yet profound stories of people who have stayed the course. Like a young African leader who went from being a lowly newspaper woman in a West African nation, being selected to be the first cohort of the Mandela Washington Fellows here at the Presidential Precinct 10 years ago, and coming back 10 years later to be the president and CEO of the very same institutions. Our presence as the Mandela Washington Fellows signifies a new chapter on this ongoing narrative. This is because we are here to change the very same narrative. We are here to say Africa will be a continent where political ideas and leadership to address our issues are led by ourselves, where critical issues regarding economic policy, governance, and security will be driven by African initiatives and ideas. An Africa in which positive development will depend finally on Africans developing African solutions to African problems. An Africa in which African countries are no longer junior partners on issues that directly affect them. As we conclude, a personal note to the 2024 Mandela Washington Fellows. We are not here alone. We are accompanied by those kids back home who look at us and believe that it is possible. People who are silently cheering us. People who look at us and believe that a brighter day will come. I did say when we're at Williamsburg, we are a reflection of where we come from. We are a reflection of the young men and women back home who believe that if Chieza Mlingwa can be here, I too can be here. When we spoke to Toyosi a few days ago, she said to us, the most important thing that you can ever do for yourself is to stay the course. The road will be bumpy, it will never be smooth. We will face challenges and hiccups, but the most important thing is to have that tenacity to lead, because at the end of the day, we are only but a reflection of those who believe in us. My name is Vusi Gumbi, and as we always say at the Presidential Precinct, we are in control. We are in charge. Thank you.